I told you, if you supported that last couple of videos I composed, I said that I would immediately drop another one. And y'all showed up. So I'm showing up. And my goal for this video is 25 likes. If it gets 25 likes, I will stop everything that I'm doing in terms of business and recordings and drop another one. So hit that like button. All right. Thinking cap, please. Yes, sir. All right, I got a new stock I want to look at today, Inuvo. It is a company that I have invested in before, but I just want to get back in it and check it out because it came down my screener. In fact, if this video gets 100 likes, I will show you one of my stock screeners and show you how I actually find the stocks that I present on this particular series. All right, let's get to it. Today, I'll be using wordy.com. This is another one of my sites in which it allows you to create words or posts to be displayed on the front page of the website. Okay, so here we go. This is also like a wordy demonstration. All right, you can post your words anonymously. I am a premium member. You don't have these options as a free user, but that ain't the point. Okay, you can post your words for 15 seconds more, 30 seconds more. I'm going to do that. You can post more than 15 words or input more than 15 words in your post. So these are all options. All right, before I move further, let me go ahead and set my situation up. I'm excited. So when I saw Inuvo pop up in my feed or my screener, I knew it was going to be a good day. We're going to start this stock off with an A, and whatever we decide to find or whatever we grade this stock, we're going to place it in the finance section, okay, of the Wordy site. Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun, shall we? First off, I want to make good note here of this pattern that I'm seeing. Apparently, it started at 57 cents. This took place on August 17th. And from there, it had a nice slope downward. And it dropped to a very low 26.4. And that was on the 27th of December. But if you look, I love this particular letter, the letter V. It rebounded very nicely. And now it has capped off at about, 39.47. And I like this because it shows here that this is very stable ground. You can tell because the pattern is horizontal rather than diagonal. So it's very horizontal here. And it's also horizontal here. And I think this is about the next stop for this company. So I think getting in right now at 39.47, you should expect to sell off at about 52 cents. That's the quick version. If you just want to know if you should get in, that's the quick version. Get in now. Set your limit sale for 50 cents, 52 cents, and just wait for it to happen. That's the quick version. If you just want to get in and get out of here. But if you want to do more analysis, follow me. All right, take a look. The market cap is 43.79 million. Some people might say that's not substantial, but in my personal opinion, it's very substantial. I like the revenue as well, 58.33 million. I like what I'm saying. I think it retains its A rating so far. All right, next, I want to take a look and see what the company is about, the profile of the company. Inuvo is a technology company that develops and sells information technology solutions for marketing. First off, I really like technical or technology-based companies, IT, software, those type of services. I really like that because, technology isn't going anywhere. Technology is what runs this world. And, as we get more and more into the future, I think technology is going to continue to spike. It's not going to go backwards, right? So I like it. And I like the fact that they have that market cap and that revenue with only 77 employees. That's very impressive to me personally, okay? Some people might disagree on that. I like that. The platform can serve multiple creative formats, including display, video, audio, and native across multiple devices. So apparently they offer technology services. I like it. Sounds good to me. All right, no cause for pause there. I like technology. I like tech companies, so I'm rocking with that. And by the way, let me get all these loading at the same time so we don't sit here and wait for these things to load. All right, so I want to look at the financial summary. It's telling me that for the third quarter, the company reported sales of 17 million, which is compared to about 16.84 million a year ago. So we saw some growth. I like that. But it was a net loss, and I'm guessing that is because they projected to sell more. Okay, so even though they had, they experienced a growth, some growth, it didn't quite hit their forecast. We'll find out to verify in just a moment. Next, I would like to look at the PE ratio. The industry PE ratio for technology is, I guess, 42.53. I like 25. That's my comfort space. So, that's just my personal. Some people might like a different number. So you have to go off what you like. But again, no dividends. I'm always crossing my fingers and hope that I find a company that has dividends. This is not the one, a penny stock company to be exact. And as we look at the earnings, I am right on that. 17 million, though it was an increase over last year, 16.84 million. The forecast was 22 million. So they had bigger hopes, bigger aspirations, and they did not quite meet those. And therefore it was not considered a profitable year. All right, next, taking a look at some algorithms. You know, these algorithms help us understand from a computer related perspective how things are doing or how the company is doing, because these algorithms only look at numbers. They don't look at the CEO and all this other stuff. Okay, look at numbers. And based on hourly trading, if you're somebody who has 2 monitors up and you trade hour on the hour, then they're saying it is a strong buy. You can make some money. If you are a day trader, someone who trades and sells day to day, strong buy. This is very impressive for a penny stock. You know, penny stocks don't usually have strong buys in these particular categories. And I think it's because most of the stocks I pick are at the bottom of the barrel. I'm always trying to find like the value stock, the stock that's trading at like 8 cents, 12 cents. That could be trading at about 40 cents in about a month or so. I'm always looking for those, but it's kind of cool to see a stock that's already pretty, you know, you're starting to build muscle at 40 cents. So it's a far cry from 8 cents. So obviously the company is sustaining itself pretty well. But for weekly trading, it is neutral on moving averages. It doesn't really move as much on a weekly basis. And in technical indicators, they're saying it's still a buy. Okay, for a monthly trading, they're saying strong sell for both sides. Again, not too alarming considering that it's a penny stock. I expected that in all the categories, but we didn't get that. So I think there's a little bit of hope there, but I'm still going to drop just a little bit to about an A- on the basis that they did not reach their projections, right? And also I tend to hold stocks for about a month. So again, that's just my personal trading style. Now, looking at historical data, I would like to take a look at the last 30 days, the stock price. What was it over the last 30 days? I don't want any filler. I want straight facts, and the stock price is how you get to that. Okay. Over the last 30 days, the high was 40 cents. And let me tell you, that is not too good for my investing style. I like to get in and buy a company that is, you know, doing okay. And I like to find that stock rather than have someone show it to me or tell. I like to find it. Like, okay, I found it. I do my research like I'm doing now. I get in while everybody else is sleeping, and then next thing you know, this thing goes off and I made some money. That's my style. Now, this stock has already been discovered, and we know that because the Friday was a really good day for them. They had a hike of 8%, so that means everybody's kind of looking at this thing. And, I like to find a stock that's kind of like hidden in the dirt. I want to, what's that? It's a diamond, and dust it off. Like, hey, I got a diamond. Oh, diamond. Don't tell anybody. If it wasn't for this series, I wouldn't, right? But so there you have it. INUV is already out in the open. Everybody knows about it. But what makes me a little uncomfortable is that the high is 40 cents over the last 30 days. So that tells me if I got in right now, I don't stand to make any money. That's kind of what it tells me, and I don't like it. Now, the low is 20 cents. In fact, if I got in right now at 0.3947 and the low is 20%, and the high is 40 cents, I said 20%. The lowest 20 cents and the highest 40 cents. That means my profitability is about that much, but my potential to lose is about that much. I don't like it. It's such a big risk there. Now, the average is 30 cents. That's still bad. So the floor is 20 cents. The stock is now trading at 40 cents, and the average is 30 cents. So this thing is bound to drop. Now, I don't know when you're going to watch this, but here's my prediction. On Saturday, January 28th, I am predicting that this stock will not sustain this growth over this week. I'm not sure what happens after this week, but I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, unless something amazing happens, something unordinary happens, I'm going to say this stock is going to drop down to about 32 cents. So somebody who's going to jump in on Monday morning and they're going to look at these numbers and they're really gaudy and flashy numbers, they're going to jump in at what maybe it's probably going to open at 41 cents, something like that, because a lot of people seeing this over the weekend, they're probably loading up right now. So it'll probably open up at about 41 cents. But guess what? The people who are holding this stock price at about 40 cents, once it hits 41, they're going to sell off because you don't know how long they've been holding that bag. Some of these people have been holding this bag for about 3 months. So if it makes just a couple dollars, they're like, look, I'm done with this thing. They're going to sell off. And that stock price is going to plummet from 41 cents, probably down to about 36, if not lower. We saw the low was 20 cents. So you got to be careful when you see, these beautiful numbers here. Somebody, my thing is this. It's like a train. If you're not already on it, then you kind of missed it. You know what I mean? So if you are not the person who benefited from this 8% spike, then it's probably too late. You know, that's the whole point. That's why you got to find stocks before everybody else does, because once everybody else finds it, it's too late now. Not everybody's hip to it. Not everybody's aware of it. You want to be on that 8% spike, on the top of the wave. You don't want to be trying to join the wave when it's already up there because it stands to fall. That's what most companies or most stocks do. All right, if I look at this stock over, let's go further. I would like to now go really far in the past. Let's go back to January 2019 so I can see the absolute growth potential of this stock. Like, what's going to happen here? I don't want any surprises. Okay, so let's go back pretty far. Okay, I'm going to go back to 2019, January 1st, and I want to see the high. The high, if you went back that far, is a grand total of $2.35. That worries me a little bit. It tells me that I should not expect this stock price to jump to $5 or $10 because some people might think something like that about Inuvo based on how it's doing. It's kind of looking kind of muscular, right? But history shows us that it probably won't do it. It only hit $2.35. In fact, it hit that and then dropped down to 40 cents. So I would say this company is more or less, in terms of a spectrum, if we turn it vertically in terms of a spectrum, this is $5. This is, over the counter. It's closer here than here. Even if you go back to 2019, it still doesn't quite hit that $5 mark. It seems like it's destined to be a penny stock because we know penny stocks are any stock trading under $5. It's destined to be a penny stock. And this is the evidence. We go back into the past because the past can give us indicators about what's coming before us. But, I don't know. But I will say the average is 58 cents. That's not too bad. The low is 9 cents. If somebody got in at 9 cents and you're still holding right now, bravo. I'm not sure how you're doing that. Now, let's take a look at the history, the stock split, the stock split history. Let's take a look at that. We see that Inuvo had a stock split in 2010. That makes me a little happy. I'll tell you why. I hate stock splits, of course, but the fact that the stock split was so long ago, it tells me that they don't dilute their shareholders often. Like, it had to be an emergency. I probably can go back and see what was going on in 2010 that caused that stock split, but I'm not going to waste your time. I'll do it on my own time. But the point is, they don't do it often. So I think right now, this stock is probably headed to another one, right? They're trading at 40 cents. Pretty soon, NASDAQ or whatever, exchange they're with, is going to come knocking at the door and saying, hey, you've been down below $1 for too long. We need you to start getting some things together, getting your affairs together. And, there's only a few ways that can happen. People buying into it, or, hey, we got to do a reverse or a stock split, 1 for 10, 1 for 15, 1 for 50 stock split. And, push our stock price above $1. That's what, could happen very soon, in fact. And I don't know about the reports, but I'll be looking at that in just a few moments. Now, this website hasn't been the best in terms of finding stock splits, so I have a secondary source, and here it is. 2 stock splits have happened. So that other website, this one here, was not able to capture this one that happened in 97. So again, but it still proves my point, which is they don't dilute, they don't stock split often. It has to be some kind of emergency. And in fact, I like the fact that the company was active in 1997. That means if you get into this company, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be here. It seems to be very, very strong, especially with that revenue, especially with that market cap. This company's going to be here. So I'll say it. I'll say it. Getting in at 40 cents might actually be good. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to get rich off of it, but if you just want a penny stock that you can invest in long term, here's your baby right here. Because most of the penny stocks I cover, I like to get in, make my money, and get the heck out, okay? Some people might watch one of my other penny stock analysis and be like, hey, you're still in? No, I've been sold that, buddy. Okay, you had to follow me and be a subscriber and stay aware and move with me, right? But if you're watching it after the fact, I'm out. I don't know. I got to reanalyze it to see if I will get back in it. But I would say that I'm going to tell you, this is a little bit different. This is not a get in, get out kind of company. If you're looking for a penny stock that you can invest in and stay in, Inuvo is perfect. It's a beautiful, look at it. Only 2 stock splits in the last 30 years or something like that. I don't know. I like that. And when they have them, they don't seem to have them often. I think another one is coming though. All right. I think another one's coming. They seem to have one every 10 years. And we're about at that 10-year mark since the last one. So yeah, I see that coming, but it won't happen often. So I like that too. All right. Going to look at FinViz. FinViz will tell me all the news I want to know about Inuvo and, you know, how people reacted to the news. Here we go. All right. So let's see what are we looking here. So this was on, all right. It says 10 best AI penny stocks. All right. I like that. It seems like this company is, again, it's very, very popular. It's not going anywhere. It's one of the 10 best AI penny stocks. We know AI technology, right? Same thing. And this came out on December 3rd. So not long ago did it come out. Again, but I wish I would have caught it at that 20-cent mark. That's the spot that you wanted to get in. Now that it's trading at 40 cents, you know, it's like you're taking a huge risk. And I guarantee you, if I were to look at the numbers from, let's say, January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022, I bet you the high was about 60 cents. So if you get in at 40, you know your ceiling is 60 and your bottom is 20. This is the quintessential balanced stock. It's very balanced. It's right in the middle. And you have to, you know, if you're going to get in here, then you have to know it's going to take some dips. You can't sell. You're going to have diamond fingers, diamond hands, and hold on to that bag because it will go up again. But the question is, do you want to play that game? Do you want to stick around for that length of time? Because you saw what the algorithm said. The algorithm said that for monthly trading, not the best. And I can tell you that I confirmed it. I believe that as well. All right. But if we look at the news, a lot of decent news here. We saw that they had this beautiful spike here. Inuvo to present at microcap. So they're presenting, they're active. The only loss I see is this one here that happened on August 4th. I mean, but losses are possible. Inuvo revenue increases 79.3% year over year to 22.7 million for the second quarter. So they have money. They're doing a good job in terms of year to year progress. I mean, what is there not to like there? I like it. Now, I want to look at the short percentage float to see if there are any people sitting in the wings waiting for this company to fail and just kind of croak over, much like, you know, JCPenney's or Toys R Us. And we look right here at the short percentage float, and only 1% of investors are sitting and waiting for this stock to croak over. That is a great sign as well. But let's update the score. I don't think it's an A-. I just don't. I believe that the stock split history suggests that the stock split is on the horizon. And also the fact that even if we go back to 2019, it hasn't surpassed $2.50. So I think that we're looking at about a B- at this very moment. Okay. That's just my personal assessment. And I love this short percentage float being only 1%. That means you can invest in this company. And again, kind of put your hands back. If you're trying to find a penny stock that won't screw you over, you might have one. Again, you got to be careful still because, like I said, it's a number of things. First off, they don't have a lot of growth. Outside of, you know, $2.35 since 2019, that's a long time. You would expect to have more money then. In fact, if you invested in the company in 2019, you would have paid $2.35 for a share. And now look, it's at 40 cents. So that tells you right there that this company is a very big gamble still. It's a penny stock. Don't forget that. But if you look at that V shape that we talked about in the first few seconds of the video, it shows that it's on a bounce back, on a recovery. So on that basis, I like some things. I like what I'm seeing, but I'm still going into this company very cautiously if I'm going in it at all. All right. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at reports. All right, I've already kind of pulled some things up here. Let me go back just a little bit to filings. In fact, let me just do everything over again because I'm a little lost here. Okay, I'm going to go here to Cap Edge. I'm going to click filings and let's take a look. All right, so no notices of delisting. That is the biggest thing that I'm scared of. I don't know if companies would do a stock split without any pressure. There's no pressure from the exchange making them, you know, for forcing them to do a stock split or a reverse split or a public offering or something like that. Sometimes companies may do it to be progressive or proactive, but I don't see any pressure from the exchange. And for me, that's a very, very good sign. That's a very good sign. In fact, I'm going to go back up to about a B on that basis. Okay, I see some information here. It says Inuvo reports 6th consecutive quarter of year-over-year revenue. I bet you're going to say growth. pretty sure it's growth. Here we go. Inuvo revenue increases 79.3% year over year to 22.7 million. So that's also growth increases, right? And then let me see, submission of matters to vote. I like that they respect their shareholders. They get their opinion. They get them to vote. I love those kind of companies. They had some departures of directors or certain officers. That happens from time to time. That's not like anything terrifying, right? So let's keep looking. Next, I would like to check out this new website that I'm using now in my analysis. It is a market screener. And what this site does is when you click on ratings, it gives you a summary, something that you can read, okay? Apparently, if you're going to invest short term, this stock might deteriorate. How do you say this word? Like deteriorate. I'm really bad at pronunciation sometimes, but no. So it will deteriorate, right? I hate that word, by the way. I just found that out today. All right, the average target price set by an analyst covering the stock is above current prices. So I like that part right there in terms of strengths. See, this is what I like about this particular resource. It tells you the summary, but it also gives you the strengths and weaknesses. And according to analysts, they believe that the stock price is undervalued or underpriced, meaning that it's worth this, but it's trading here. So I like that. All right. As we look at weaknesses as a percentage of sales and without taking into account depreciation and amortization, the company has relatively low margins. So they're saying that their numbers are not fancy enough. We saw that. I mean, $2.35 since 2019. That's not fancy at all. The company has insufficient levels of profitability. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. We saw in their reports that they're showing increases. We saw an increase over last year from 16 to 17 million. We know that they did not meet their forecast, but I'm not sure that's like, they're a terrible company because of that. Over the past 4 months, analysts' average price target has been revised downwards significantly. So even though they think that the stock price should be higher, they're still averaging down based on what they're seeing from the company. So a lot of helpful information there for sure. All right, next, I'm going to look at my risk analysis resource. Here it is. Currently unprofitable and not forecast to become profitable over the next 3 years. I'm not really surprised by that because if you go back to 2019, has it been profitable since then? No. So I think that this risk analysis resource is giving us the lowdown. And had we not checked those other things, this would be our sole resource to rely on with that, with regards to that information. The good news is the resource would have stood us. This resource would have put us or pointed us in the right direction, basically saying, "Hey, this is a risk. Okay, a pretty risky place to work." Okay, the volatile share price over the past 3 months. Volatile share price. I would say we saw it go from 20 cents to with the average 30 cents, and now it's trading at 40 cents. Very volatile. We saw if you invested. What was that? When it was at 60 cents, 59 cents? We saw that huge V curve come all the way down to what was it, 20 cents? And now it's starting to rebound. So no stability really, not much. Okay, not much there. So I tend to agree with the assessments here using that or on this resource. Next, let's go ahead and let's play around with some numbers. Let's say if you are going to jump into this company with about 5,000 shares. Right now it's trading at about 39.87 cents. And let's say you try to sell at 75 cents. Let's talk about it. You would have to spend about $2,000 to get into this company. And if it were to hit 75 cents, which is pretty high, if I'm being honest, but still, if it were to do that, you would make a profit of about $1,700. Okay, let's say that they finally hit $1 and were in compliance with their exchange. Let's see, a $2,000 investment would net you about a $3,000 gain. Can this stock hit $1? Maybe that's the question that we need to talk about. Can this stock hit $1? No, I don't see it. Where's the evidence of that? Okay, where's the evidence? If we go back to 2019, when was the last time that this stock was at $1? That's the big question for me. Okay, let's just go down this road. Here we go. The last time that it was firmly at $1 was 2019. All right, that's the last time that this stock was firmly at $1. And let me make sure I'm not mistaken because I'm not perfect. All right, let's see. I don't see any dollars here. Okay, as I'm going up, I see no indication of $1. No indication. I'm still looking. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the last time, let's revise that point. it was April of 2021. And we're going to keep going up. Let's see if that is the definitive dollar mark. Just keep looking. All right, follow along with me. Follow along. All right, we get more recent. Okay, so definitively, we can say the last time that the stock was comfortable at $1 was April 2021. How long? So that's it's like a year and some change, or even close to 2 years. You willing to wait that long? That's the question. Are you going to wait a year, 2 years, 3 years? Possibly, maybe. I don't know about you, but I don't plan to. Would I? Yes, I would, but I don't want to, right? And we don't know. At any point, the NASDAQ could send them a report stating that, hey, you're below the dollar mark and you need to get it together. We're going to give you 6 months to regain compliance. At any point, that can happen. All right, but let's go back and let's play with one more number. Let's go to their absolute peak at 235 over the last few years. And let's see what happens if you just somehow just got in at the perfect moment. Let's say this is the perfect moment. With 5,000 shares, you're going to pay $2,000 and you're going to gain $2,000. $10,000 right there. Okay. So the return on investment, 489.42%. We know that the return on investment is actually negative 27%. So these are all very hypothetical numbers if you can't figure it out. All right. My last place that I want to visit is StockTwits, because StockTwits has real investors who have already invested in the company. So what happens is we can live vicariously through them, and we can ask ourselves, do we want to feel like them? They're already invested in the company. And if we are going to follow their lead and invest in this company, we're going to be feeling and saying the same things that they're saying. So let's go to StockTwits and see what they say, or the investors are saying about Inuvo. All right, so for whatever reason, StockTwits is not working. Let me try something different. There it is. And I'm going to type in INUV, and let's see what we find. All right, here it is. Oh, come on, you got it. There it is. Okay, come on, INUV. We're going to find out what the investors are saying who are already invested in the company, and hopefully we can gain some insight about what's going on here. Here we go. Okay, JU's ride has arrived. I'm not sure what a JU is. You're going to have to bear with me on that one. I'm a little dusty on my StockTwits lingo. All right, here we go. Here's somebody who's saying that they're very bearish on the company. They're saying that bag holders are waiting to dump. Apparently, this pair of shoes, if we're looking at this company as a pair of shoes, cost $40. But there are some people who bought this pair of shoes, Inuvo, at, let's say, 92 cents, maybe even $2. Remember, a long time ago. But let's just go with 90 cents. So they're saying that a lot of people who have this pair of shoes at this higher price are waiting for people like me and you to jump in very optimistically, because they had an 8% spike on Friday. They're waiting for us to jump in to raise that price to 91, 93 cents. And then they're going to sell. And when they do that, that stock price is also going to sell back down. And we're going to be the new bag holders. So, that's the risk that you take according to this investor. All right. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to say, wait a minute, right now that pair of shoes costs $40. But we looked in the past and we saw that this pair of shoes at one point was trading or selling for $20. And then as an average, it sells for $30. So for me, the kind of investor I am, I'm saying I'm going to ignore the fact that it's doing so well right now. I'm going to wait for that drop to about 25, 29, 28, and I'm going to buy that pair of shoes, because I know it has the potential to hit 40 cents. It even has the potential to hit 60, 54 cents. We saw that. So $54 if we're talking about shoes. But the point is, I want to catch it on a downcline, and having understanding of the stock's history, when it's not doing so well, if it's down 12%, from where it is right now, I'm not worried, because I've already did my research and my due diligence to see that over time, the stock has hit rock bottom. In fact, we saw that at one point that the stock was trading at 9 cents. Remember that? So that pair of shoes at one point was worth $9. And you just got to know that those numbers exist. So when you see it dropping, that's not a cause for alarm, especially without any pressure from the exchange, right? And I didn't do one thing. I'm going to do one thing real quick. Let me click view all just to ensure that there is nothing from the past that could creep up. So no delisting notices. No regain compliance listings here. So good. So yeah, no pressure from the exchange. What a beautiful place to be, right? Let's keep looking. Okay, I think we could test the 43 area today. That didn't age well because it didn't do that, but I understand the optimism, of course. Well, once again, she is making a move. Stay patient, my friends. This person is saying be patient. All right, more than likely a very seasoned investor. What a buy. Where are those profit takers? Okay, all right, understandable. Okay, let me see. What else do we have here? Immediately send JU to rehab. I'm not sure what a JU is. I'm starting to think a JU is someone who is shorting the stock. And we know that this stock has about 1% of people waiting for it to actually fall off. And they're probably not very happy with this company. Someone thinks that this stock is going to do very well. So when you consider all these different factors, all these different things, I'm going to say that this stock is a B minus, and that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think that you're going to make some money here. You gotta really pick your spot, though. I'm not sure that you can make money here at any point. I'm not sure you can make money immediately. Right away. Even though the algorithms say differently, you can make money on hourly, daily, and weekly trading. I'm going to push back on that and say if you get in at 40 cents, you should expect some losses immediately, right? Until some things kind of, work themselves out. For me, I think I'm going to wait and watch this stock very actively. And perhaps when it hits about 31 cents, I'm in, right? 31 cents as a very high for me. But preferably, I would like to get in at about 25 cents, 26 cents even. Because I believe there are some bag holders who are holding this stock right now at about 44 cents. And they're hoping that people jump in, Monday morning, because there's a lot of anticipation of the weekend. They're holding at 43 cents. They've been holding it for about 5 months. And as soon as that stock hits about 45 cents, they're going to sell off. And then you're going to have a deteriorating. I said it. Deteriorate. I said it. I can't read it. I can say it though. Deteriorating stock price, which will drop very quickly. And I think you're going to be the new bag holders. But that being said, Inuvo will get a B minus from me. That's my assessment. Do your own research, obviously, because I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just your buddy. Just, doing the same thing you're doing. I'm going to click create, and this word should now be visible from the finance area. All right. So let's just double check. Right now I'm doing like a live test. If I go to finance, I should see my word. I should see it. Okay. There it is. There it is, folks. All right. And I'm a premium member. That's why I got that nice badge. And this message will stay up there for 45 seconds, but typically 15 seconds if you're a free user. And I haven't marketed the site yet, but at the same time, I think you can see why this will be a really cool concept and why you should probably join. But if you do, I appreciate it. If you have, please hit me up in the comment section and let me know. Also, let me know if you have any problems joining if you do decide to join. But I hope you enjoyed this. Again, my goal is 25 likes. If I can get that, then I'll come back and drop another one of these. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.